Hey, this is Andy from Turbowolf. I'm here to talk about my Gibson Firebird collection. So the guitars that I use are these Gibson Firebird Studios that I think were made for about 5 years in the early 2000s. And they're not really like normal Firebirds. They're almost built a bit more like an SG or something because they haven't got the through neck. It's like a glued in neck. And they've got full-size humbuckers instead of like the mini humbuckers you normally get. And the body's different, it's like rounded, whereas like I think they're a bit squarer, maybe even a bit bigger than normal ones. So it's kind of a totally different guitar to like, you know, the sort of Firebird you see most of the time. But yeah, so like I got into it because for a tour I did, in fact our first ever tour was a big one. It was with like supporting Korn around Europe in like, whatever it was, 2010 I think. And I had this, I was using an SG up until then, but like I broke it. And Gibson lent me an Explorer for the tour. So because I had my guitar real low and it felt good having like an Explorer down low, you know, it felt like James Hetfield or something. Whereas SG down low was kind of weird. So I used this Explorer throughout the whole tour. And it was cool, it was great, it really like hung good on me, it felt good. I liked the way I could get right at the top of it real easy, nothing got in the way, and it just sort of, it was weighted good. But I just thought it was a little bit like, a little bit heavy metal, you know, a little bit spiky and, you know, maybe a bit of a cliche. So like, I was like, well, you know, this was the next best thing. I was like, okay, I'll get a Firebird. And like, I went to the Gibson showroom, I went to the Gibson showroom and they lent me some to try out. And I hadn't really thought about the fact they have the mini humbuckers on them. So like, I started like trying to, you know, get the sound out of them. And I don't know, I just couldn't make it like raw. And so I was like, oh right, yeah, okay, so I need one with humbuckers. And I didn't think they existed. And eventually I stumbled across it. I can't remember how I figured out that these even existed, because this was, you know, a few years after they stopped making them. There didn't seem to be many around. Yeah, I just found these. And like, this was the first one I got, this red one. Like I managed to, because like, I'd never actually seen one for sale, but I managed to hunt one down from like just a guy in a pub in London, and he had this, and it was like, you know, going for like a reasonably cheap price. I don't think people really like them because they're like different to, you know, the Firebirds that people usually want. So I found it and I met up with this guy in a pub, and it was completely knackered. Like the action was like so low that you couldn't even really use it, and it was just a mess really. But I just hammered him down on the price, and I was just like, I just took a risk on it, got it, sorted it out, and yeah, it's great. So I've got this red one, and then I was like, I can't believe I managed to find one of those guitars that I've been looking for all this time. And then immediately on eBay, another one popped up, like a black one, and it was going for like nothing. It was like super cheap, so I just put like a bid on, thinking, oh, you know, it's going to go for loads, I'm not going to win it. Won it for like virtually nothing. So then I had two all of a sudden, and I, you know, two of my sort of these dream guitars that I'd always wanted one of, and this one's even better than the other one. And then like, I'd always like sort of known that there were white ones out there. And the only reason I knew was because like, if you put it into Google Images, there was like one photo of a white one. I didn't know if like, you know, it had been resprayed or if it was even like a thing you could get. But I was always like, well, you know, maybe one day I'll seek out this white Firebird if it exists, you know. And then one day just some guy emailed me who was like, knew about our band and liked our band. And he was like, hey, I see you play these guitars. I've got a white one for sale if you want. I was like, what? Like, so I just bought it. So I got a white one, which is, I think these are super rare. Like I haven't even seen a photo of anyone else who owns one. I just saw the one photo on, just on Google Images of just one sat in the shop somewhere. So I don't know, but yeah, it's great. And they're all a little bit different. This one, I don't know, I guess all guitars are a little bit different, but yeah, they've all got their own little personalities, and they're great. Like I mean, I don't know a lot about pickups really or anything. I don't really know what these are, but like, they're super amazing. Like the bridge pickup is still like huge, like loads of low end, like massive, like enormous sound on it. The neck pickup, it's got like loads of sparkly top end as well. So it's like this, just every position is totally usable. They're just amazing. I mean, I just got them because I thought they looked cool and like they would hang well on me, but they just turned out to be like some of the best guitars I've ever played. Like when we were doing the second album, I was using this guitar, and I like there was a bit with a bit of clean guitar, and I thought, oh, well, maybe I should consider using another one, you know, as you hear the tone of the guitar a little bit more. So I had a go on the producer's this amazing old Les Paul custom that he's got. I was like, well, I should try it out. And like I A-B'd this against it, like, you know, going into the same amp, like clean. And I mean, they sounded a little bit different, but not that different. And definitely, it was no worse. It was as good, you know. So I just stuck with this. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, strings. I use like Dunlop strings, like kind of heavy-ish ones, like 50 on the bottom, I think. Yeah, like 11 to 50, I think they are. So I use a lot of low tunings, but they're not as, I don't have as heavy strings as some people would for low tuning, because I like it to flap around a little bit. I think, like, you know, when you really like lean into it, when it's like a little bit flappy, it goes like, you know, I think that's cool. So yeah, so that's it. That's my Gibson Firebird Studios that I use. They work for me. Don't buy them because I want them all. And yeah, thanks for watching.